and welcome to another episode of What Travis Says. My name is Travis, and today we're continuing my Doctor Who rewatch. Today we'll be talking about Season 12, Episode 6, Praxeus. The Doctor and company split up to investigate multiple mysteries around the planet involving an astronaut and a deadly virus. And in line with the number of main Doctors, I will give you 13 interesting facts about this episode. Plastic has always been a nemesis in Doctor Who. Back in the year 1970, the Nestine consciousness and its ability to manipulate and inhabit plastic made its debut. In the Big Finish audio drama Torchwood Sargasso, the Autons use microplastics in the ocean to attack passing ships and replace their crews with replicas. With the Nestine consciousness and the Autons so heavily ingrained in Doctor Who history, it makes sense that Praxeus writer Pete McTighe would explicitly say right out the gate, no, this has nothing to do with the Autons and the Nestine consciousness. This story marks the first televised role of any Doctor Who related media to be given to a Brazilian actress, Gabriela Toloi. There was a huge rumor running rampant before this episode aired that the Sea Devils were going to return in Praxeus. This was obviously proven false. This story marked the final time that the company Millennium FX worked on an episode of Doctor Who. Soyuz spacecrafts, like the one seen in this episode, actually do exist in real life. Yaz and Graham are seen to use a set of skeleton keys at the warehouse. The 8th Doctor actually carried a skeleton key from time to time. We witness the team once again using the com-dot communicators first seen in the Saranga Conundrum. Praxeus is supposedly a highly contagious pathogen. However, when someone's body succumbs to Praxeus and bursts into a fine mist of particles, and other people breathe those particles in, they don't get infected. Warren Brown, who played Jake, is actually a 2-time World Thai boxing champion. Molly Harris, who played Suki, is a relatively new actress, having only started her career in 2019. Now stick with me on this one because it is pretty crazy. Bradley Walsh's first Whoniverse character was not Graham O'Brien, but the character of Odd Bob from the Sarah Jane Adventures. Now, Odd Bob is a shapeless, formless entity which feeds on the fear of children, and he will take whichever form he feels will instigate the most fear, most notably that of a clown. And he has a red balloon. Does this sound familiar? Well, the most unexpected weakness for Odd Bob ends up being a specific cell phone ringtone. It just paralyzes him. But when Suki calls the Doctor back to Madagascar, the ringtone that plays through the TARDIS console is that exact ringtone that paralyzes Odd Bob. This is probably one of the most obscure Doctor Who references that I have ever talked about in these videos. Stick around for tomorrow's video where we talk about the next episode, Can You Hear Me? But that's it for this episode of my Doctor Who rewatch. As always, my name is Travis. Thank you for listening to what I have to say, and you will see me tomorrow.